Can fan service improve an anime? Do we need more jugs in series, or do we need Skittle tits? We're trying to discuss this now. Let's go. Let's start straight off with phone. Skittle tits or massive jugs? We need to know, man.
You know what I mean? I like my shit, you know, negative A cup, you know what I'm saying? Like Sakura, just straight no service.
Can service ever be positive in a series? Can it improve on the capabilities of the series? And
it has to be a balance, because there's some series like fan service be way too much. It'd be like, yeah, guys, too much. It's like predictable, same shit. Like, okay, let's get to a point.
Say, for example, the fan service, the minimum fan service we get like in One Piece or something. I think it's done in a way where it kind of is good, because it's like, okay, you know, you get to see women in bathing suits, but it's not overdone. You don't get an entire fucking chapter or 2 chapters of just Nami's fucking
favorite. When too much fan service, you can come off like relying on the fan service.
And One Piece is definitely like respect to Oda for not doing what Hero does, you know.
I ain't gonna front though. Like I'll be the first to say, like, I don't mind fan service as long as it doesn't become a focal point of what I'm watching. Unless
I don't mind it. Just like too much. Like, yo, can I get the balance? You know what I'm saying? Just give me the balance.
Like, if the only thing your show has to offer is the fan service, then what's the point of watching? Might as well go watch hentai.
But
exactly, Shintai, you are a genius.
But if you know what you're getting into, and you know, like, let's just say you're on episode 5, I think it would be really ridiculous and redundant if you're by episode 5 of Seki Raid, and you're like, why is there tits in here? What's going on?
I still say that some animes have to, like, if they're an ecchi, yeah, but don't like somebody that don't have to be the main freaking vocal point.
I mean, like, look at Hunter x Hunter. That has a little bit of fan service, but it's like it's a balance.
What fan service? That Chimera Ants?
Zan.
Oh my god.
Are you kidding?
She was half naked in a beak, like in her panties. Yeah, big tits and 3 diamonds. I'm just saying, though.
Well, if you're gonna have fan service, I think you need to be upfront. Like, take for example a manga that I recently started reading, the Natsu no Taizai. Page 1, I believe, chapter 1, it tells you this is an adventure with a bit of ecchi on the side. That's direct up front. You're not being tricked. You know what you're getting into.
Fairy Tail, like, art covers, like, they specifically get more, like, ecchi, like, every single volume that comes out. Like, volume 9 of Fairy Tail has, like, Lucy with these big-ass tits.
Magi has, like, a balance of fans because you have Aladdin just fucking Donya, fucking
it's a very good balance, and it has something to do with the character. That's the thing too. I'll play it off right there, but you got more
comedy.
See, if Aladdin was like molding bitches like every episode, like all the time, like okay.
Or if you're gonna have it and you don't want to say, hey guys, I have ecchi in my series, just be subtle and do it in proper timing. Like, you know, let's just say they did a whole episode of One Piece and it's all about Nami has ice cream on her tits and Chopper can't take it because he gets aroused when she has ice cream on her tits.
Well, what do you think of this? High School of the Dead. Now, even though it's very upfront and you know what you're going to get, it did destroy the story, because I think it could have been a lot more if it didn't have the fan service. Well, don't get me wrong, I fucking love it, but it could have been a lot more.
Would it be popular if it didn't have all that crazy? Because I think that was one of the controversial things about High School of the Dead when it got its popularity back in 2010. It's like, yo, tits moving like the Matrix. Would it still have that popularity?
There are some shows that have fan service in it that it's not centered around it, and actually is justified by the story. I think Evangelion is a good example. The girls have to wear the plug suits. The plug suits are like these skin-tight suits that they have to put on in order to pilot the Evangelions, the Evas. And that's justified by the story, but it's still technically fan service. And I think in that instance, it also works.
But I get what you're saying, basically. Like, if they could work it to a way where it's not annoying and it kind of fits in with the regular story, then it makes sense to do it. But to do it for the sake of doing it, like, you take Kill la Kill, I guess it still works in a way with Kill la Kill because it's just over the top and funny. But at the same time, let's keep it real. The uniform didn't really need to look like that.
Here's another show where the fan service is important. School Days. No! Because that show's all about sex. I'm just saying, like, that show's all about sex, so the fan service makes total sense.
But there is no fan service. There's no fan service. It goes off the screen.
Don't you remember that one part with Kotonoha? She's wearing, like, the shirt that's wet? You know, there's tons of moments like that.
Anyway, yeah, overall, can fan service make an anime good? If it's done in the proper way, I definitely say that it can, and it needs to be done strategically. It can't just be thrown out there an entire episode about ice cream on Nami's tits with Chopper being horny. Just can't do it.
Which, if anyone's a Dojin artist, to go make
shut
that.
up, alright?
Go make that.
Lucy Harfilia is gone.